Okay. I'm just, I would like for people to see, or I would like to know, when you see bullshit, regardless of how serious the person looks, do you hear the bullshit? Like, do you recognize? You're like, nope, that's bullshit. Yeah. This guy is, help. Just watch this. I want to know. Yeah, I'm laughing my ass off too. Okay, here we go.
Say something profound.
I am terribly humbled by this experience. I, forever, secretly, have felt that I do not deserve to be in the position of leading the team that I lead.
The fake team, but damn right.
Because they are certainly
fake. They're certainly fake.
In some, and largely by count of individual, more capable
of fraud than any other individual he's ever known.
Than I.
Adam, tell us about the landing.
Yeah, Adam, we want to hear about the landing. Go ahead, do tell. We're all waiting with bated breath. Okay, let's go.
All right, Greg. I can't tell you too much about it.
Because it never happened.
I mean, it looks good. I'm being a little flip. In short, it looked extremely clean.
Yeah, that's how I would Okay, let me just press on. That's just hilarious.
We touched down in conditions that were on the more benign side of our nominal expectation.
Cool.
By the way, I want to preface everything. This is preliminary data scooped with the sieve in the cacophony of the control room during the celebration, right? And largely by my good friend Miguel San Martin, who's somewhere out there.
Miguel, where are you? I said we're somewhere out there. He's somewhere. Save my ass, Miguel. I have no clue what to make up at this point. Miguel, are you out there? Bueller?
I hope. At any rate, very nominal.
I always think of a touchdown on another planet or wherever as nominal. It was nominal. Yeah. Sounds so plausible. Totally plausible. Let's press on here with...
Remarkably good. Our navigation error was on the low side of our expectation.
Totally awesome.
Which meant that we probably had a good alignment between the celestial sensors and the inertial sensors, the IMU.
The inertial sensor. Okay.
Our powered flight appears to have been excellent. If my good friend Ben Toma is in the house. Is Ben in the house?
Bueller.
We landed with 140 kilograms of fuel reserves out of a total of 400 kilos that we carried in. And we're going to...
Well, you work for the government. I'm sure you were carrying some kilos. Just saying. Anywho. I thought that was the CIA's job.
Ben worked quite diligently in stretching the tanks at my insistence because I was worried we wouldn't have enough fuel, and so I think I owe Ben a little bit of an apology there. So it looked good, in short. Good and clean. And it looks, at least by my eyeball, that we landed in a nice, flat spot. Beautiful.
You landed on a flat spot on a ball? That's interesting. Anyway, carry on.
Really beautiful.
So,
Shani Jardin from boingboing.net, and I'm a stand-in for Miles O'Brien with PBS NewsHour tonight.
You look more attractive than mine.
I won't tell him that, Adam.
Yeah, that's exactly what. And really.
Okay.
I think he heard it.
What? I have to ask you, what kind of file type? Can you tell us about the image file type and compression that was used to send this very important couple of thumbnails back from Mars?
Yes.
Yeah, the image file type and compression, Adam. We want to hear about the image file type and compression. And you know, with him leading the team, he's certainly going to know about this. Let's hear what Adam has to say. Okay, back to Adam.
Fortunately, I absolutely cannot. If Justin Mackey is in the room or just
Bueller.
a couple other people on the team who'd be able to whip that out quickly, but I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Okay,
Bueller's never in the room.
a serious question. A little more than 48 hours ago, you told me you would tell me a secret. Once curiosity landed, can I have my secret?
Yeah, what was this? A lot has happened in the last 48 hours. And to be very truthful, I do not recall what that secret was.
All right, Hillary Clinton. I do not recall. Oh, wait, there's more of these. Oh, this was the Mars things. Yeah. Seriously, how does anybody listen to this stuff? I mean, if you can't tell that you're being bullshitted when you're clearly being bullshitted, let me just make this simple for you. NASA is nothing but the biggest money laundering scam that our black budget operations have. Okay, we did not go to the moon. It's been proven. Oh yeah, here's my favorite. Here, well, this ain't it, but let's go back. Let's just go back. And
When people look at it,
okay. Oh, I can't do that. I forgot I got to type it in since I'm recording. Okay, astronaut says lost technology to go to moon. Okay. But don't worry, don't get scared, people. Still stay with me. Stick with me. Stick. Let's do the shorter one. I don't, that long version.
The technology of golden foil and Scotch tape has been lost to humanity. And this is why we can...
Okay, who is this? Sergeant Flat. Okay, I've not seen him before. I love that the technology of golden foil and Scotch tape has been lost. He forgot curtain rods, but yeah, exactly. Okay.
no longer go to the moon. According to Don Pettit, famous International Space Station astronaut, famously known for his didgeridoo renditions upon the International Space Station, recently came out and said that the technology for a trip to the moon was destroyed and it would be too painful to try to rebuild it. So instead, we should circumvent the moon and just go to Mars.
Yeah.
But then he doubles back, says some other stuff. This clip that's coming up, listen to what astronaut Pettit says.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going.
Maybe we could go to that planet San Juan. Yeah, there's a new planet named San Juan. Oh, shit. Maybe that's not a planet. These people, seriously, do you not hear them? And Trump just gave them, what, $67 billion? You have to check the amount. I can't remember, so don't quote me on that one. The rest of everything I've said I know for a fact, but that part I forget how much. It's an absurd amount of money, though. And all it is a money laundering program. They have this crap. They try and convince you that we're doing all these great things that we're not doing, that anybody with half a brain could figure out. Because think about it. You're in an airplane. How is your airplane running? That's right. It pushes against the atmosphere. Okay. How are you going to take off it with any jet engine whatsoever in a vacuum? You're not going anywhere. Try getting a vacuum, put a feather in it, turn a fan on in there. That feather's not going to move. It's in a vacuum. It's kind of as logical as thinking that in the 60s, our president called an astronaut on the moon. How did our parents even believe that crap? I have to ask them daily. Or that we watched the first steps on the moon because we seen him taking we seen Neil Armstrong taking the first steps on the moon. So our parents weren't smart enough to ask, well, who took the picture? I mean, obviously, he couldn't basically be the first person on the moon because the picture's from like 20 feet away on the supposed moon, which we all know was a set. But that's not the point, obviously. And then they show the tinfoil, scotch tape, and curtain rods, which, by the way, look at you'll see that's exactly what it was made of. Anywho, you'll see it taking off from the moon. Who the hell did we leave there? Who did we leave there that took one for the team so all of the world could see the first landing on the supposed moon? No, this is hilarious. And I can't get a signal from my phone at the local Outback. But they're going to tell you that they're sending data from Mars, and some people actually believe it. It's so ludicrous. It's just absolutely... Honestly, it's lunacy and it's hilarious. I watch this stuff and I'm like, oh, we can't go to the moon because we lost that technology. Yeah, it would be, too hard to get it back, but we're going to colonize Mars. Oh, but our president has said several times, and so has NASA, that we can't even get through the Van Allen belts, that it's never been done. And before we send a man through that area of space, we're going to have to check and see if the electronics works and first send Orion up there through it without it being manned. But wait a second. I'm sorry, NASA. I mean, do y'all want to see that clip too? Look that one up. It's hilarious. Anyway, but I thought we did that like 60 years ago. We put a bunch of men in some hazmat suits and sent them up there in a tin can, and they were just fine. Okay, let's press on. I digress. I really do. If you can't see through this stuff, you are literally deaf, dumb, blind, and no offense, but stupid. You're not even ignorant means not knowing. But to not ask these questions is just insane. I mean, it's kind of like, it's just hilarious. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on.
Europa, there's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar system. The only limit to human future is in our own imaginations.
You're damn right it is, because that's the only place it's ever going to happen. Anyway, I digress. Love you all. I'm out.